we say, what's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard Sports Media. We're not quite ready for this yet. Um, so, hope everyone's doing well. Know it's been just a minute, since we've done a team preview. I want to go back to the SEC real quick. We want to look at LSU today and preview their schedule for 2023. Obviously, a great season last year, first year with Brian Kelly, who came from Notre Dame with his fake Cajun accent. But he had a great season for him. 10 wins, 4 losses, won the SEC West, won the Cheez It Bowl over Purdue. Had a really terrific season this past year for the LSU Tigers. Look back at it, what they had to go through. They lost to the eventual national champion, the Georgia Bulldogs, the SEC championship game. They won in overtime against Alabama with a 2-point conversion. They did so much to where, I guess you could make a case and say, well, part of their 10 wins, they had a pretty weak non-conference schedule with like the Southern Jaguars, New Mexico Lobos, the UAB Blazers. You could say all that. But to lose to Tennessee, to lose to Florida State, who had double-digit wins, to lose to the Aggies, and then to lose to the eventual national champion, the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, I will say this. It was not a great loss to lose at College Station. Texas A&M failed to make a bowl game. Not a good loss. Give credit to A&M there, but that's an inexcusable loss. I think they should have won that game when you look back at it for LSU. So, but they go 10-4, 4 losses, win a bowl game. They go 9-3 in the regular season. They lose the SEC title, and they win a bowl game to make up and go for 10 wins in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl victory. We expect LSU to have a better season this year, at least from what we're hearing. Now, they bring in transfer Seven Banks from Ohio State. Actually, I think they brought him last year. He comes back to lead the defense. You got Mason Smith, a redshirt sophomore, a defensive tackle. Omar Spites as a linebacker. You got Kyron Lacey at wide receiver. Harold Perkins at linebacker as a senior. And Jaden Daniels does come back to lead the offense. So, and Greg Brooks at safety, a fifth-year senior. I could go down the list. We're not going to go through the whole roster, but I definitely think that LSU has the talent to compete in the SEC West, possibly win it again. We just got to look at their schedule for this year and ultimately see what they're dealing with. So let me go ahead and put this up there, and let's take a look at their 2023 schedule. They got the spring game coming up on April 22nd. They still need a time and a TV channel network. Florida State, I expect great things from them. I have not previewed them. I do expect them to do a lot of great things this next year with Mike Norvell. The question is, how great are they going to be? Grambling State, they'll probably win that game at Mississippi State. They play Arkansas. They play at Ole Miss, at Missouri, Auburn, Army on the schedule. Army can be tricky, but LSU should be better than Army this year, I think, in terms of talent. But thank you if you do serve in the Army, the Navy, the Marines. Thank you for your service. We love and appreciate you guys and what you do for our country. They get a bye week at perfect timing because they got back-to-back games in the SEC. They got Florida at Tiger Stadium. Before that, they got to go to Bryant-Denny in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, home of my Crimson Tide. Georgia State after Florida, and then they close it at home with Texas A&M Again, another team we haven't looked at yet, but I don't really expect much from Texas A&M this year. Again, I got to look at their schedule. 10-4 last year. Honestly, LSU doesn't lose too much. They bring so much back. I'm going to be honest. I will say this, that they went 10-2 or 9-3 in the regular season. They got to take a step forward this year, don't they? They're either going to stay the same and go 9-3 again, or they take a step forward um, and go for 10 wins. They bring back Noah Cain as a senior running back. He was formerly at Penn State. He comes back. I think he'll be the key running back for him on that end. Very talented, got great speed. Garrett Nussmeier at quarterback. We'll see. Malik Neighbors leads the receiving core. John Emery is going to battle Noah Cain for the running back position. And again, I mentioned Harold Perkins on the defensive side of the ball. Jaden Daniels is probably going to be your quarterback one all the way, pending he does not get an injury. So just expect big things from LSU this year in 2023 overall. And it's Brian Kelly. He's never really had a bad season. He's done so well at Notre Dame. He always got them like double digits, got them to the playoffs a couple times, always made and won some bowl games, and he's got an over 500 record as a head coach. And he did so well to win the West in his first season at LSU. I'm not saying they're going to win the West again, but I am saying that there is a good possibility and a chance that they could win the West again. Um, Honestly, I'll put it like this: they're lucky they don't have Georgia on the schedule. They're lucky they don't have you know too much trap games. First off, I don't really see any trap games. Trap games are, you should win them, but you could lose. I mean, maybe that Ole Miss game, you could lose to Auburn. I don't think you could lose to Missouri. I don't think you could even lose to Florida. I think I had Florida. We just did Florida a couple weeks ago. Did I have Florida like 75? That I don't know, but I expect LSU to bring a lot of talent, a lot of good coaches, and Brian Kelly in, and I expect them to honestly kind of stay where they were last year, maybe take a small step forward. Um, so take one step forward. They went 9-3 in the regular season. We only predict the regular season on here. I'm going to go ahead and give a prediction. Make this one quick on you guys. I think that LSU does bring a lot back. I think they have talent. They don't really have much to replace. You're not really going to hear names called on draft day, really. I mean, maybe one or two guys. But like Jaden Daniels, Noah Cain, everybody's coming back, man. They're setting out on this mission to win the West again, but take a step forward and probably win the SEC. And then after that, the mission should be to get to the college football playoff, right? Win a playoff game, win a national championship. Is that out of reach? I say, based on my prediction, it's out of reach. But at the same time, if they play their cards right, I think anything's possible with this year's Tiger team. I'm sorry to make this one so quick on you guys, which actually you might be thankful that I make it quick. I want to hear from you guys, obviously, in the comments and what you guys think about LSU this season, um, and what you expect them to do. I'm going to go ahead and throw my record prediction up. They went 10-4 last year. They went 9-3 overall in the regular season. I say they take a small step forward. We do not predict past the regular season. I'm going to say 10-2 is their. I give the at most. I give the ceiling. I don't know. Alabama's good at revenge games. They got them at home. or LSU has to go to Tuscaloosa. It's a revenge game for Alabama. Alabama's got some quarterback issues and some depth and just a lot to figure out. But I feel like Alabama's going to figure some stuff out by November. They should be able to. I would hope. Um, I like Alabama to at least win the West and get to the SEC championship. Um, the two losses I'm going to say is at Alabama, but also I I'm going to have to say in Orlando, Florida State's backyard there. I say you lose in Orlando week 1 to Florida State. I'm a lot higher on Florida State than I am LSU. I say a lot higher. Let me take that back just a little bit higher. I think both those teams could have similar years. But again, we haven't looked at Florida State yet in our offseason college football previews. I want to hear from you guys in the chat. Sorry to make this one so quick. Again, you're probably thinking, thank God it's quick. But want to hear from you guys in the comments what you think about LSU. I got them 10-2 for the regular season. Please like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media. I love y'all. Jesus loves you. Remember that. God bless. And I say this as an Alabama fan. Roll Tide. Love y'all and have a blessed week.